are a healer. You're highly sensitive. You feel energy. You can heal energy. You have spiritual gifts. You feel things that are under the surface. And this is your dharma. This is what you do for the world. This is your purpose in being here. Autumn and fall can be a time of sadness, grief, and heaviness like no other. And especially this year, being the year of the snake, we are meant to shed in this year, and we are accelerating. And because you are highly sensitive and you have that gift, you're feeling this so strongly right now. And I want to just let you know it's going to be okay, and you're not alone. And this is really happening. You're not going crazy. I understand that you feel the collective shedding. You feel this time of year when things are dying around you, and it can feel energetically a little dark, and you feel that. But even more so, you are being called to shed. You are being called to shed what you are no longer. You are being called to shed the parts of you that are not true anymore. And I know you're usually more focused on the divine and ascension and the light, but there's a call right now in this season to the darkness. And this is what will allow you to expand even more and step even further into your purpose and help even more people, is that you are being called right now, specifically you, to let go, to shed what you're no longer. You're being called to expand even more, to step fully into your purpose. This is the great unveiling. This is you making a conscious commitment to divine, to collective consciousness, that you are all in stepping into who you really are, embodying that, and living out your purpose, your sankalpa, your soul's purpose. That's what this time is for. That is why it is feeling so strong. And I want to let you know it's okay. It's normal to please keep going. Please lean into this time of grief or heaviness or sadness, because that's the alchemy, right? It's the pressure cooker. We have to dig deep. I know we're usually in the light and ascension, but right now we need to be in the darkness, and we feel that. And it's even harder for us because you're feeling the collective shedding. You're feeling the collective letting go of what's happening around you in Mother Nature, the dying, the shedding away, but you're also feeling that happening energetically in the collective. And now you're being asked to do that for yourself, to go really deep into the dark. And I want to encourage you to keep going, that you're not alone. This is your time to say to divine, to higher consciousness, that you're all in on your purpose. You're all in on living your soul, your sankalpa. It's like living naked. That's what it feels like right now, because you are being asked to strip away all of your false selves. Really think about that for a moment. You have parts of you that aren't really you, that aren't really your soul, for many reasons, right? Incomplete coping strategies, protection. We took on something that wasn't really ours. We were programmed that way. Our subconscious took something, so many reasons, right? And now it's the great unveiling. So as you continue to lean into this time of darkness and grief, and as you really seep into that, and once winter comes, you're usually okay. You're really good about nourishing yourself and grounding and resting during winter months. But shed first. So when the spring comes, you're being reborn. I'm here for you. I want to provide you 3 ways that are going to support you during this time, during these maybe last 4 to 6 weeks of fall and autumn. If you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe. If you're local to Michigan, I'll be holding a full moon ceremony on November 5th, where we're going to be just doing that. We're going to be sound healing, we're going to be doing the worthiness rite, and we're going to be shedding, doing the shedding ceremony. Okay, so the very first one very first one is every person that has ever worked with me has been asked to cross a threshold, And if you haven't in a while, this would be a good time to do that, to build a threshold. Go out into the woods, build a beautiful threshold. If you can do it naked, that's even better. But I know that's not favorable or an option for everybody. But spend time in that embodiment where you are recognizing that the life that you've been living is going to be no more. That when you cross the portal, when you cross over that threshold, you're going to be stepping into a new way of being. And that new way of being is more true to who you are. That you're not holding back anymore. It's that ceremony, that commitment to divine in that expression of crossing the threshold. It's saying, I am ready. I am ready. So build a threshold, build a portal, and cross it. The second one is remembering that the earth doesn't rush, and you don't need to either. Please don't rush this. You want to feel really ready in the spring, and if you don't shed what you need to shed, then you're just taking that in with you for the next year, and you don't want that. We need you. We need you. We need your soul's purpose here on earth. We need you as a spiritual healer and teacher and guide to be all in on your purpose this year. So remember to take this slow, let it be sacred. If you are practicing yoga asanas, this is the time for back bending. I know that's a little counterintuitive. That's not normal of this season, but remember that this is the time of great unveiling where you're removing and shedding energetic blocks from your heart center. You are being asked to feel like you're living naked, like very vulnerable, open, wide, sensitive, unsure, letting go. You're normally really guided by intuition and confidence. And this is a time where there's some fragility, there's some discomfort, there's not as much confidence, you feel tender, and that's all okay. So what can support you is those energetic grounding practices, seeking support, doing the extra practices that are more grounding for you, and be in flow. Remember that tree does not grab hold of the leaf, it lets it go. So let go, be in the unknown, let your energy turn towards the unknown so you can fully be reborn. And then the last one is you're going to have more fatigue. And this is very different from person to person. Some of my clients describe this fatigue right away in September. They'll start noticing it, and it's just kind of this small progressive fatigue that happens over the course of the few months of autumn and fall. Other clients that I've noticed don't really feel fatigued at all until almost December, and it hits them like a freight train, and they can't quite catch up, and then they end up going into January really, really, really burned out and fatigued. And I don't think you have a lot of choice. I've done this long enough. It just really just seems to be more of a collective energetics and how soon you plug in to what's happening. So just I want to let you know that you're going to feel more fatigued during this time. So replace fixing with feeding right now. And if you haven't started to feel fatigued right now, it's no worries. Just remember this right now, start to replace that fixing with feeding. We know as spiritual guides and teachers and healers that January is not a time for fixing and changing. And even though I do have a strong coaching component as an alchemy and a Jungian-based coach, I know better not to start coaching programs just because it turned year 2026. I'm more following the natural energetics, the natural cycle of Mother Nature. And I understand that in January is the most time that we need to be still and be and hibernate and feed and receive and nourish our bodies. And so I want to give you permission to remember to do that as well, to make sure that you are really receiving and you are not doing and building and growing in January, in that deep, 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 heavy winter months. This is the time to maybe ease back in your exercise regimen and just do those spiritual long walks outside. So I would love to hear what you have to say. I know you're feeling this way, so please comment, make some suggestions, ask me some questions. I do read them and I will more than likely answer your question. I also am having right now, for a very limited time, something I've never done before, is a shortened period of mentorship. Normally my mentorships start at 6 months. And right now I'm having just a very short, from the beginning, or excuse me, the middle of November into the middle of February. I'll be offering a mentorship package, which I've never done before. So I'm really excited to be able to offer that. That was birthed out of this collective feeling of what not only I have been feeling, but watching what my clients are going through, understanding that this year feels even stronger than years previous. And maybe we just need some support in getting through this transition period. And so that is what that is for. So I would be more than happy to work with you and support you during this transition. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing and allowing me to be that container holder for you and to make these videos. And I look forward to just seeing what's going to be reborn in the next months to come.